Good evening. It was an honor when the Hall of Fame was created. It's been more of an honor in the years since when there's been the opportunity to see the students come back and to be honored and to hear their stories. So I never realized at the beginning how much it actually meant to me over the years. But today I'm here for Ryan, so let me talk just a little bit about Ryan. As associate head basketball coach with Mike Guthrie, it was my honor to have a front row seat to witness Ryan's prowess and unbridled joy on the basketball court. Tonight, it is my honor to introduce him for induction into the Augusta Prep Hall of Fame. Ryan entered Augusta Prep in the 9th grade. He immediately made his mark on Cavalier basketball. Each year, Ryan worked tirelessly, both on his own and through the AAU program, to improve his game. And he's the kid that's going to be in the gym doing his own drills and working just as hard as possible. When you go into the gym, he's got cones out, he's got a basketball, he's hard at work. Then in his junior year, Ryan led the team to an impressive 18-8 record and started attracting the attention of college coaches. Unfortunately, after leading Augusta Prep to a 5-2 mark his senior year at the onset of the campaign, Ryan's season was cut short. He tore his Achilles against Augusta Christian in the Garden City Classic. Nevertheless, he was still named to the GISA State All-Star team that year. He was All-State and ended up tallying 1,282 points during his stellar career. At the time, he ranked 4th in scoring, and he still ranks 5th despite losing most of his senior year. But Ryan wasn't finished. He was very resilient. After signing to play basketball at the United States Naval Academy, Ryan attended Navy Academy Prep for a year and then decided that he wanted to transfer to Landry University in 2019, where he played 18 games. By 2020, Ryan had found his way and his niche to Piedmont University. And at Piedmont University, let me get this right here, he scored double figures at all but 3 contests, including 8 20-point plus games. He led the Lions in minutes played, scoring 18.5 points a game. Assist, free throw percentage, 85.1%. He also ranked 6th in the USA South in scoring, 2nd in three-point percentage, converting an impressive 46.9% of his three-point attempts. Unfortunately, after opening the 21-22 season with a 23-point, 10-rebound, 5-steal effort against Bob Jones University and pulling down 8 rebounds to go with 5 assists, 3 blocks, and 3 steals against Sewanee, Ryan suffered yet another season-ending injury after only 3 games, the other Achilles. Sorry about that. However, displaying his great resilience, he returned to start all 27 contests for the Lions the following year, leading Piedmont in scoring average, rebounds, assists, and steals. A highlight of his 22-23 season was in a double overtime win against Berea. He scored a career-high 37 points, captured a career-high 12 rebounds, playing all 50 minutes of the contest. Then in his final season at Piedmont, Ryan averaged 21 points a game, 5 rebounds, 5.5 steals, and eclipsed the 1,000-point scoring mark, and then transferred to Division I Winthrop, where he played his final year of college in South Carolina. That is not all. A list of his accomplishments in college. USA South All-Conference West Division First Team 2021 season. Division III Hoops.com All-Region Second Team 2021 season and 23-24 season. USA South Player of the Week for the week of November 8th, 2021. USA South All-Academic Team 2022. And then after apparently a conference realignment, Piedmont's now in the Collegiate Conference of the South, where he was CCS First Team All-Conference twice, CCS All-Academic Team twice, CCS Player of the Week 5 times, and in 2024, the CCS Man of the Year and finalist for the Jostens Trophy. That's a lot of accolades in college. Ryan was an amazing player. Along with his many accolades, though, I can still, even at my advanced age, as I've now hit 70, I can remember Ryan's smile, and he still had it when I saw him walking up in the hallway this evening. His joy for playing the game reminds me of Magic Johnson. He just loved playing basketball. His incredible assist. I was sitting on the bench keeping stats, keeping track of fouls, watching the game, thinking about strategy, talking with Coach Guthrie. Every game, there was always a play that you just couldn't believe he had just pulled off. His tenacity on the court. Ryan wasn't just the leading scorer. He played tough defense. He was our best post defender, even if he was our point guard on offense. And mostly his ability to make his teammates better players. Ryan's senior year, when he got hurt, the players on the team that had benefited from his presence, they couldn't perform as well. It would expose their weaknesses. Ryan had that ability to not only play the game well, but to make sure that his teammates would be able to reach the best level that they could as well. Please join me in welcoming Ryan Jolly into the Augusta Prep Hall of Fame.
Honestly, I'm not sure how we're going to beat Jamie and all those accomplishments, but I think we should pack everything up now and just leave now. At this point in my career, there's so many people I want to thank. There's so much that I feel like I want to say. I'll try to keep it short and sweet. First, I just want to thank God first for giving me the ability to play the game that I love, and just give me the ability to do what I do. I then want to thank every single person sitting at that table right there. Every single one of you guys has had such an impact on me as a person, and made me who I am today. Starting with my parents, I can't even begin to thank you enough for everything you've done for me, the time, the money, the sacrifice that you two have made for me, not only with basketball, but just in life in general. I can't begin to thank you enough. I love you guys so very much. I know you guys say I don't have to do this, but one day I promise you I will pay for everything that you guys have done. I promise I'll be paid for that. My brothers, Jordan and Tyler, my sister Riley, you may not think, you may or may not think that you may have had a huge impact on me, but without you guys, I don't think I would be the same competitor that I am today. Growing up, they always would let me win, whatever game we would play, whether it's some type of sport or just seeing whoever takes the first bite after the prayer. We were always competing, but I still don't believe to this day that you beat me, Jordan, but I guess I'll keep losing. I'm also waiting for my one-on-one. I've grown a few inches since 4, so I think it's a little bit different now. But in all seriousness, I needed that fire from you and Tyler and Riley, that competitive fire. Without you, I would not be the same person I am today. So thank you. I love you as well. Sam and Mike, my brothers, my best friends. I can say so much up here, and you two have been with me from literally the very beginning to the very end of my career. And for 3 years straight, when it was off season, when it wasn't basketball season, whether it was preseason or postseason, us three would go to Warren Baptist Church for hours on end working out, to the point where honestly I think they should have just renamed the whole entire court after us because we were there for so long. But the things that we have been through together can't be duplicated. And from the bottom of my heart, I'm so blessed to be able to call you guys my brothers, my best friends. And it's just the beginning of a special life ahead, and I can't wait to see what all we accomplish. Now, my Augusta Prep family, I really want to thank Coach Guthrie, Coach Boyd, for letting a 5'8", 148-pound, soaking wet, and honestly that's probably a little generous too, honestly. Come in here and let me grow, let me flourish. You two, saw me transform, develop into the player I was with open arms, and I'm forever grateful for that. I also want to thank Coach Holliday, Coach Hunt, Coach Schaefer, Peter Eustace, Coach Batchelor, and all my lifelong friends I made from my time here as well. Tej Patel, Caleb Wells, Hunter Long, James Garnett, Vincent Fowler, Vincent Weston, Jack Ingram, and Jamie Holliday. I had the privilege to not only play sports with all these people, but more importantly, form connections and lifelong friendships that go deeper than this business through Augusta Prep. Every single day after school, once the bells go off, I'll pack my stuff up. I'll go to the library to either begin studying on homework, or most of the times watch highlights and kind of just relax and watch my favorite players play. And I would envision myself being just like them on the basketball court. Once it was time to go to practice, as I would make my way down, right down here this hall, down the hallway, I would always look on my left in the hallway down there, and I would see names like John Paul Lynn, Michael Downing, and I would say to myself, I'm not sure what it's going to take for me to get my name up there, but I want it to be up there. Now that I'm standing here 7 years later, and in front of all you speaking, being inducted for that very thing that I always dreamed about, I'm filled with gratitude and just an overwhelming feeling of just thankfulness for everything that I've done. I'm truly honored and I'm thankful, like I said, for such a reward. I want to congratulate Owen, Jamie, Coach Schmott, and everyone on the 2017 boys cross-country team as well. It's a privilege to say that I'm in the same conversation as you guys, the group of high-class, people, individuals. But I just want to thank everybody, truly, Augusta Prep is a family, and I'm very privileged to say that I went through these walls and everything, and met great people, high-class individuals. So yes, go Cavaliers. Thank you.
Our last inductee is Owen Crosland Davis. I know your program says that her father is going to give the speech, but actually it's going to be Steve Boyd. And her former coach is going to be on the screen right here. We do have to get that loaded and going here in a minute. It's going to take, I'm going to tell Steve to walk real slow, and then I'm going to try to get this going, and then that will be our final presentation of the night. So Steve, why don't you come up here and I'm going to get this TV working.
I would like to be able to have Mike Downing and John Paul Lynn join Ryan and a couple other my former players and get a game going. That'd be kind of neat. Actually, Scott's going to be introducing Owen. I'm going to be introducing Scott. And thanks to Owen, I'm going to try to do a Massachusetts accent. I'm not Scott Langoni, but I'm really glad that Scott Langoni came to Augusta Prep to coach soccer, both boys and girls. He was an amazing coach. I'll try to read this, a little awkward at times because it came to me via Owen, and I'm not Owen, and I'm not Scott. But anyway, Scott Langoni is an accomplished soccer coach from Massachusetts and is the reason that Owen still calls chicken fillet. I don't have that. Chicken fillet. Can Owen say this?
I call Chick-fil-A chicken fillet.
Chicken fillet. With a Massachusetts accent? Not that much, right? He went on to, anyway, he earned a BA in history from Castleton State College in Vermont. He played soccer for the Spartans. He went on to earn his MED from Springfield College in Massachusetts. He has been teaching and coaching for over 30 years from the middle school to collegiate level. He has coached 59 different soccer teams on the high school, club, and college level. Coach Langoni has been part of 5 state championships. He is currently freezing in Utah, where he teaches middle school PE at Rowland Hall St. Mark's School, because Augusta Preparatory Day School wasn't a long enough name. And during his time at APDS, he was Coach Owen, he was Owen's junior and senior year coach, leading Prep to a 3rd place finish in the GSA in the year 2000. In 2001, Coach Langoni went to Mount Union College, and he was there until 2007, so that might have been the end of the story, but it's not. He has been named Coach of the Year 5 times at Mount Union College. One of those years was 2003, and that's when one of the years Owen was at Mount Union. Scott Langoni made a huge impact on Owen during her high school and continued that mentorship throughout college. That's kind of a really unique thing to do. Not many people can say they were able to continue playing for their high school coach in college, but Owen certainly was blessed to have had that experience. And so now, we'll turn the floor over to Coach Langoni.
Well, thank you for that introduction. Really appreciate it. Hello, Cavalier family. I'm very happy, excited to introduce Owen Crosland as a Hall of Fame member. I wish I could be there with you. On September 8th, while in the Tetons with my 7th graders, I received a message from Owen Crosland. I was excited to hear from her, and I told her I'd call her when I got home on that Friday. After catching up on kids, families, and life in general, she shared the real reason for her message. She had been elected to the Augusta Prep Hall of Fame. I was overjoyed for her and her family. Though disappointed I couldn't be in Augusta to celebrate alongside her. Owen Crosland was one of the best players I've ever coached. I'll say it again. Owen Crosland was one of the best players I've ever coached. And I don't say that lightly. I've coached 59 different soccer teams at college, high school, and club levels. I've coached girls, boys, men, and women. Owen Crosland was one of the best players I've ever coached. From a skill standpoint, she was unmatched. She could take on defenders one-on-one, lock down the other team's best player, thread a pass through the smallest of spaces, and unleash a shot that made you feel sorry for the goalie. She was just as dangerous in the air as she was on the ground, able to bring the ball down as cleanly as most players would receive it on the grass, and fearless in traffic when going up for headers. But Owen's true greatness went beyond the skill. Her soccer IQ and leadership were extraordinary. She was an extension of the coaching staff on the field, helping teammates understand tactics and even adjusting strategy mid-game. And she had a gift for building team chemistry. One of my fondest memories is her tradition of starting a dance party after every game. She once convinced me to promise that if we made the Final Four, I'd join in. Sure enough, after a quarterfinal victory for Augusta Prep, there I was dancing in front of the bands, headlights shining with Let's just say it was not great, but it's a memory that I'll never forget. For many players, as time passes, their stories grow larger than life. Not so with Owen. She was truly as good as the legends say. What impressed me most was how she practiced. She trained with intensity and purpose, always striving to improve while lifting up those around her. If I called for 4 players in the demo, she was on her way before I even finished the word meeting. On rainy days, we sometimes finish practice with diving headers. And if I hadn't stopped the drill, Owen would probably still be there today. It was diving headers. I remember nominating her for first team All-State as a junior, only to see her get overlooked. The next year, I told the other coaches they had missed the best player in the GISA the year before. That year, she earned first team honors and went on to Jacksonville, Division I program. The same fall, I went on to Mount Union College to coach the women's soccer program. We stayed in touch, and after her sophomore year, she surprised me by calling and asking me about transferring. I was overjoyed. She transferred to Mount Union and made an immediate impact, helping turn the program into an Ohio Athletic Conference contender. That season, one of the best in school history, ended in the conference playoffs against the eventual champion. Owen earned first team All OAC and second team All Great Lakes Region honors for her efforts. Off the field, Owen was just as exceptional. She helped Augusta Prep and Mount Union win NSCAA National Academic Awards, given the school soccer programs that recognize teams with a composite GPA of at least 3.25. She attacked her academics just like she attacked her opponents, Westminster School and Joan Carroll University. Community is a word we hear often today, but Owen truly embodied it. She was a multi-sport athlete, competing for Augusta Prep in volleyball and competitive cheer, and always building connections with her teammates. If you ask her classmates, teammates, and peers to describe her, they would use words like passionate, compassionate, caring, empathetic, loyal, trustworthy, leader, and just plain fun. And yes, she was even a great babysitter. She watched my oldest when she was at Mount Union. He just turned 23. Not only did Owen impact her team's leagues in school, she had an impact on me as well. Every day at training since 2000, I've been looking for the next Holy Cross. And when I told her this would be hard, my daughter, now a senior in high school, was born 3 years after Owen graduated and hung up her soccer cleats for her team. But she grew up hearing stories of Owen and others and their extraordinary efforts on the field, and has been carving her own path, inspired by those images. Believe it or not, Owen, captain a rugby team, and they were fourth in the nation. Even though it's been decades since I've coached or saw her, she's always had a place in my heart and mind, and will always be considered family. I truly mean it when I say Owen was one of the best I've ever coached, not just as a player, but as a human being. The motto of the school I currently work at is developing people the world needs. If you ask me, the world needs people growing across us. Owen, congratulations. I'm extremely proud of you. I love you.
If Ed would come up here for a minute, please. Crosland, Dr. Crosland, sorry.
Mr. Boyd, I'm not sure how many soccer teams you coached, but I was a member of one of them. When I answered my phone and Mr. Boyd was on the other end, I thought for sure my recurring nightmare was coming true, and then I had a paper due and I'd missed the deadline. Thankfully, that was not the case. Mr. Boyd, thank you for no more history assignments. Your love and commitment to this athletic community here and for this honor. Thank you as well for the Hall of Fame committee for including me in the inducted class of 2025. I was fortunate in my life to play for some of the same coaches year after year, many of them teaching me lessons I live by today. My first soccer coach, named Tommy Garcia, was a travel ball coach for the Arsenal Soccer Club and had randomly asked a 6th grade girl sitting watching his practice if she wanted to play soccer and put her boots to good use. Having never played before, I ran quickly to ask my dad if I could play soccer. He was busy with my brother's practice, so he said, yeah, okay. Tommy coached me through my senior year of high school, from 6th grade to 12th. He had a special way about him. He often carried a toilet seat to games and left it sitting on the bench. His lesson was sometimes you just need to remove your head from places. And he would show you where to sit on the bench. He was an amazing man who invested a lot of time in making me a soccer player. I'm grateful to him for starting my journey in each individual and team practice for 7 years. My next coach was a coach I met here at Prep during a summer soccer camp. In 8th grade, Derek Harrington changed my life. He saw the potential in me at that camp and ran with it. We would train for an hour after every practice. The summer after my freshman year of college, I stayed with him and his wife in Florida for 2 weeks to train together. He developed a passion and hunger in me to be the best soccer player I could be, and the life lesson from him was to always give it your all and last make life worth it. In stepped Mr. Boyd for a year for the soccer team when we were without a coach. We were grateful for him for doing that. Then came Scott Langoni. He, out of all my coaches, taught me the most. It was less about individual skills and more about the game and life. I remember my senior year of school. After a devastating loss, he sat in the middle of the soccer field with me after everybody had left. While I cried, as I do, he gave the lesson to me of you can't do it all, but you can do your best at that day and that time. For an athlete who took on the weight of the world and her team on her shoulders, it was a valuable lesson to learn if I was going to go any further with my career. When I got to Mount after 2 years of playing at Jacksonville State University, it was like going home. Seeing Coach the first day of preseason was incredible. Coach Langoni actually commented on my attitude towards soccer after the first game, not knowing that I had taken his lesson 3 years prior to heart that day. Once at Mount, I got to experience another side of coaching. He allowed me to be creative and collaborative. I was still fiercely independent in my skill training thanks to Coach Harrington, but I got to explore the game itself and fall in love with it even more. I am thankful for the freedom he let me have. The other lesson he taught me was that no good Southerner should ever buy a coat until they get to the north. True gold in that lesson. And finally, I'd like to thank my parents because they're the reason I did and was able to do what I could. Thank you for the support, the discipline, the education, the fun, and the magic. Dad, thank you for the lesson. Take their number and hit them later. Never saying yes without a waste for a 6th grader. Mom, thank you for every season I was signed up for without even asking, and I always had practice. Every soccer camp and every tournament. Thank you for being spectators for myself and Michael. We were able to figure it out and be in a sports bubble without having sideline chaos. A gift that I'm not sure many would have experienced today. Thank you both for all the hours at games, the road trips, and all the pairs of boots for supporting me through them. And I I promise if my girls pick out an outdoor sport, you will have luxury seats and personal.